Dear President of the European Council, Antonio Costa, dear President of the European Committee of the Region, Kata Tutu, dear Mayor Sara Funaro, dear representatives of the press, dear researchers, fellows, faculty and members of the staff, dear Europeans. Welcome to the European University Institute on this auspicious day, a day on which we recommend the end of World War II in Europe and the beginning of an era of an unprecedented prosperity and peace.
Could you please take a seat? First of all, it's great to be here, and thank you so much, President Costa, for visiting us on this really historic day. Please introduce yourself.
Yes. I am Professor Massimo Maria Caneva, President of European Association, and I am here also as a coordinator of the World Rector Conference for the JUBILEE. So Pope Francis, I spoke with the President, invited us, Mr. President Costa, coordinated with Cardinal Tolentino. The title of the conference in October will be University, the New Way of Peace. I would like to tell you, I worked in first my experience, I am PhD in social medicine, and first experience has been in Sarajevo after the war, putting together the university and student professor from Serbian part, Muslim part, and Croatian parts. And I'm very emotional because Europe is a place for peace. In this time, peace, science, and art of solidarity. Pope Francis, I told him, we are working very hard. He told me, go on to the students. President Costa, we are here to ask you, and also to the President, a strong effort of cooperation between university world and diplomatic world, and in the framework of our founder of the European Union, because our world need of change and a strong support to change and discover again the roots of defending human rights, freedom and respect of human rights. Thanks very much, President, for this activity, because you hosted here with the mayor, with all. This is the house of human rights. This is the house of peace. This is the house of freedom, because all this starts from universities. Thank you very much. I would like to ask you a strong, what is the point to go on to diplomacy, university and European Union? Thank you.
First of all, historically, the universities was on the base of the European spirit. Is the first universities after the Middle Age who started building this idea of Europe. And certainly the shared knowledge is essential for mutual understanding, and mutual understanding is the first condition to preserve peace and to avoid war and conflict. And certainly we learn in the recent years that the knowledge should be the basis of the political action. And we need to put in value knowledge if we want to fight for those who want to deny the scientific evidence on climate change. And when the COVID came, we have all of us have been very surprised how so rapidly we have the ability to produce vaccines. But the real truth is these vaccines came from 20 years of research on basic science. Then we need to continue to produce knowledge, to act based on knowledge, and because this knowledge is very critical in critical moments. It was to produce vaccines during the COVID, and now it's very useful to defend ourselves. And when we talk with Ukrainian people, We have a lot of learn from this experience of war. Since the 24th of February 2022 until today, the war changed a lot, and changed a lot with the capacity that both sides, Ukrainian and Russians, had to innovate in the way to fight, to discover not only new weapons, but also new technological tools to defend themselves. And of course, it's better to use the knowledge to prevent wars than to use the war to develop knowledge. Then we need to continue, and I think it's very important to strengthen our relation, of course, and to promote the scientific programs at the European level, to promote the university cooperation among the European institutions, to promote programs like Erasmus, and of course to preserve institutions like the European University Institute here in Florence, that provide a great contribution for our common knowledge and for European education.
Thank you, President Costa.